Welcome back, one and all, to another adventure down here in the lands of Dor. We continue our adventure with our beloved adventurers, our party made up of Genslaw, Kable, who's AFK, Darian, Porthos, and Derevi, who's also AFK. They will be joining us shortly, but as we make our way back to the Willow's Haven, at the end of our last session, we had a bit of calamity with the end, or if I do say so, the start, the liberation of the Cree Nation.
I like that.
And after which, we had some devastating moments also throughout that session. A natural one of a death saving roll by the one, the only Corrales, who came back with his master as a lesser, a greater being, and was tasked, of course, as the demon lord. Approached the party and sent forth Corrales to retrieve his staff. The party decided to head quickly back to Willow's Haven to make sure that nothing devastating happens to the village. Jen, in all his haste, sped back like Goku flying through planet Namek, back to the party, the village, where he noticed some smoke from the cobblesmith farm. Now, Genslaw decided to go to the farm, where he noticed or stumbled upon a bunch of halfling guards who awaited, but Jen walked straight past them and decided to go in and face the enemy. Or the allies. Depends on how you take it. As always, D&D can go anyway. But we continue our journey here. Let me just prep the map and make sure that our music is as it should be. Chancellor. As you approach, taking step by step towards the Cobblesmith homestead, you notice the entire farm seems to be up in flames. Flames all over the farm, all over the trees, the yards. You notice dead animals in the pens. And you also notice a bunch of orc. You notice some bandit-looking men to the left. And you notice a particular person who appears to be, at this point, as you approach, in conversation with a small, pointy-eared scoundrel. You are unfamiliar who this is, but you notice the man that is talking to him as being Galamaya. Let me just...
Did anybody just see that message that popped up?
Message that popped up where?
On Albert, I think it's I don't know. You can name your player. Can they watch? Is that right?
Yes. Yes, you can.
It just said big man Genslaw and small man Kable have entered.
I just saw that.
That was amazing. I love it.
So, Genslaw, as you approach, what are you doing?
How do you die?
You notice there's people in conversation. Let me just get some better music, because this music really isn't doing it for me. But whenever you are ready, Jen, please go ahead and let us know what your course of action is.
I'm going to firstly turn to the halfling party, the 4 little halflings behind me. And are they still running, or are they...
They've caught up to you, and they have sort of stopped and drawn their weapons. You notice the man on, as you look back at them, would be on your right, but on the map, the one on the left. He has this nice, really wide sword. He's holding it with two hands. It's a great sword, but it's not a full-length great sword, obviously, this small halfling man. But an impressive sword, nonetheless. He looks at you.
No.
What was that?
Is that a Berserk reference?
Pete doesn't watch anime.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, boo.
Hey, guys, come on, man. I watch Dragon Ball Z.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's good
Hey,
enough.
I watch anime. I watch Kids Next Door.
Hey, don't knock Kids Next Door, man. That was good. That was good stuff.
That's fantastic.
No, I'm still on episode 1, season 2 of Dragon Ball Z. So once I finish that, then I'll get on to the next thing that comes in chronological order. No.
You'll be there for a long time.
Is this anything that you say? Is these halflings sort of approach you, Jen? You notice the one on the right, who you've never met before. He looks at you and he just gives you a stern nod, as if to say that they are ready when you are.
I'm gonna raise my hands to them. I'm gonna ask them about the family in that house. That they've been secured somewhere.
You see this man looks at you and he says, We are not sure. We have only just arrived. We'd better proceed with haste.
I'm gonna inform them that my party, my friends, will be here. They will not know where the course of action is. They will be heading to the village. I'm going to need you to retrieve them. I'll hold these guys off for as long as I can, but I need my party here.
We will send our fastest. Mela, you see Mela, who you guys recognize as being the halfling guard. You heard this man. Please make way. Where were your party? Where were your party? You see, he looks at you.
Well, I have departed from my party quite a while ago. I'm unsure of their arrival of where, but I know they'll be making their way to this village.
From the west, the south, the north.
From the meadow.
Ah, Damona's Meadow. Mela, make haste. Wait northward, just past Old Man Dusk's cottage. You see, she says, "Yes, sir. I'll head there right away." And she takes off into the distance. He looks back at you, Jen, and says, "We should proceed with caution." I'm sure it is not much of a surprise to you when I say that we are not equipped for war, but we will fight our best, if it comes to that.
Is this all you could gather?
This is the village guard. There are only 4 of us.
Stay here.
Now 3.
Stay here. Oh, also the most competent one that seems to be there. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna make my way to Galamaya. Kind of just walking slowly. I'll keep my distance from him, obviously.
You see the man that you spoke to, the halfling, he kind of walks up halfway between you and his guards, as if just to show you support. You see Galamaya turns around, noticing you. He waves his hand and a few of the bandits walk up behind him. You see him take something from this person that he's talking with, and then the person makes his way back. as Galamaya approaches you.
I'm going to half turn to the halfling behind me, and kind of call him up to bring him up to me. Just stand by my side.
I'm sorry, Jen, what was that? I was just switching the music up. My bad.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you dying. I call out to the halfling
to come forward. Oh, you're calling out into the house to see if you can hear the halfling?
Oh no, the halfling behind me.
Oh yeah. You want him to come forward?
Yes.
He takes a step closer. He approaches. Galamaya stands back, sort of looks at you up and down. He's got his hand on his heavy sword. He says, "Can I help you, mate?"
I'm going to turn to the halfling for but a moment. I'm going to tell him, "Stay long." I'm going to turn back to Galamaya. Not at all. Say, you know the people who live in this fine establishment?
I might do. What's it to you?
Well, suppose it's none of my business. I just saw some smoke from the distance. I'll make my way here.
Quite an observant chap, aren't you?
I get that a lot. I haven't introduced myself. My name is Jinsalor, my patron, Eumaeus.
My name is Galamaya. It's nice to meet you.
Now, I'm aware that you have run into my party. Well, ex-party. You see, your mischievous bandits have attacked us. I was severely wounded, and they had left me for dead. I want my revenge. I have gotten word that they are making their way here, to this very house. And I want to kill them.
And what about your halfling friend?
They off me. Believe me, they'll cause you no harm. They share the same vengeance as me. You see this one here, who wields a great sword. They slaughtered his family in cold blood.
Is that so? I'm going to need you to make a deception check, please.
Let's go!
Come on, net 20, baby.
Let's go!
Gentilor.
This is not what I was expecting.
I was not expecting to see this.
19.
I will tell you now that the roll that I had, it did consist of a 9. The other number in it was a 0.
Oh, yes.
You see, he looks you up and down. He takes a step back. He walks this way. He looks at you and says, "Lady." Goes back.
Turn back to the halfling. I want him to go back to his friends. Just tell him the plan. And the plan is not to attack yet. Wait for the party. I'll carry everything from here.
Okay, cool. So he goes back to his guards. The widow has begun. You see Galamaya starts running back up.
Did you?
Galamaya comes back. Sorry, he's stands a good 2 meters away from you. Or 10 feet, I should say, rather. And he looks at you and says, "So how do you suggest that we deal to your friends, then?"
Well, I don't really care much for the others. See, one that I want is a elf. He's quite slim and tall, and he carries a bow.
And if we, say, help you to get your revenge, what is it that we get in return?
I have gold. Much gold. My patron is a very powerful one. He can grant wishes if needed.
Well, that's interesting. But you see that big old orc there behind me?
I do.
Well, he says there's a pretty price on your head. One of your kind. That's what his lot are here for.
Well, if you help me kill my party, I'll pay you triple of what's on my head.
3,000 gold.
500.
3,500. Do you have this sort of gold? Do you have this sort of gold?
I do. Although, as you can see, my pockets are thin. But the mischievous one, known as Darren, he holds all the gold. Now, if I was to take a rough estimate on his character, on his pouch, I would say he's holding about 10,000 coin. Strong. Maybe even more.
You might have my attention.
Now,
Alright.
they're not expecting me to be here. So,
How far away did you say this party of yours was?
well, I wouldn't exactly know their precise location, but I would think that they are getting here fast. They could come from any direction. You know how they are. Chaotic. Savages. Not like us. See, me and you, we're different. You're a smart man.
Can you please now? I'm going to give you a choice here, Jen. I'm going to need a roll from you. But it is your choice whether you want to roll intimidation or persuasion. And I'm going to make a roll for Galamaya.
I will roll persuasion.
Roll your persuasion.
That is a 21.
Okay. So he rolled a 19 this time, and you still beat it. That's ridiculous. he So he looks at you and he starts like stroking his beard, his little thin, and he's quite a podgy man. This Galamaya, you notice he's got a nice wolf pelt that is draped over his shoulder. And he looks at you and says, "Quite a smart fellow, I see. Well, I'm prepared to strike this bug. But if things go south, well, I can't guarantee that these orc won't take you for themselves. Now, you gotta understand, and once we're done here, we head into the village proper."
Well, I don't really care for much of what you do afterwards. As
And
long
your
as I-
halfling friends over there?
Let's keep this between me and you. How about that? I don't really care much for those. I'm only here for revenge. That's all.
You see he steps forward. He puts out a hand. We have an accord.
Can I do an insight check on him?
Yeah, roll insight.
16.
On a 16 insight, you definitely feel like he is being genuine at this point. Everything that you've said, he's taken, your word for it. He's been persuaded, from what you can tell, but also in that genuine sort of feeling that you get from him, you also get a sense that what he said about the orcs, if things go south and they decide to flip and take you, then that is out of his control also.
Well, that was to be expected. I'm gonna reach out for his hand. I'm gonna give him a hungy.
He receives now. Yeah, as you go to put your nose forward, he kind of. Oh,
He's like,
is this one of your silly customs? Is it? I'm more of a. You see. Actually, no. You know, he goes in like thinking that, this is a strange thing. He goes in for the double-sided kiss.
man thinks he's a queer.
Brilliant. He turns around and he walks back off towards this rather large orc that you see at the back.
I'm gonna walk back to the halfling party.
All right, cool. You go back to the halfling party. And while you're doing that, we will jump across to our other players who are still out and about. You guys making your way back from the meadow. I'm going to get you all to roll, well, the three of you, to roll a perception check. As you approach sort of the north and the further north.
Perception?
Did you get a nat 20?
Net 20.
Net 20.
Actually,
Well, I have
guys,
advantage, but
you guys are nuts.
I got a natural 17 for I have a lot of perception.
This goddamn net 20 ain't gonna help me in combat.
That's okay. That's Horthus,
that's
as
a-
you
Natural 24.
natural 24. Horthus, as you get to this point on your way back to the village, you notice in the distance. Darian, you also notice it, but not as quickly as Horthus. It's almost like he's drawn to it. Smoke coming from this direction. You know this direction as being that of the Cobblesmith farm.
Let's look at the smoke and be
Hey,
like,
Sim, do
look
you
at
have the
Horthus.
map up on the stream?
I had it closed off, but I
Oh.
won't. No. It's alright.
Open her up.
Open it up!
Yeah, check it out for our viewers.
There we go. Map up. Let's go. I just closed it off while you were changing scenes. I was trying to be the old. Trying to be the big.
Oh
one.
look, it's right on us, on our characters.
I'll look at Horthus and Kable, look at the smoke and be like, "That's the location of the farm, right?"
It is.
And then I'm gonna be like, Derevi, hold up. Last time we cut through the back in order to get through the farm. It's just through these trees here. I'm gonna look at Horthus and I'm gonna like, I was already thinking we should take a shortcut, but now I'm sure. Perhaps we should take the back way.
That may be our quickest route to the farm.
I'll like stroll their way, see if Derevi follows me. I'll be like, by the way, I don't know if we should be talking strategies as we're just walking it. I don't know if you know this, but I'm pretty good at making big black clouds of darkness everywhere I go. None of any of you guys can see through that?
No. I think you may be the only one.
Oh, okay. I know Jen can. He appreciates a bit of darkness. Anyway, I was just wondering, if it gets hairy, and it just as I look at like this black smoke coming out of the house, I guess we got two options. I could come from the back and black the way out, or I'll try to keep out of your way anyway. Otherwise, I'll just throw the darkness at that old scary vampire man. Hopefully he's flying and he'll just look like a big ball of black.
We're not looking too good, are we?
We are quite terrible. Actually, I'm fine. I got to sleep on Kable's back. Perhaps you could do that too. Can you shrink yourself? Or?
I'm afraid I don't have that ability.
Oh, we can
So,
jump.
sorry.
Just like walk over, like I try to make myself as big as possible. I'll be like, well, if you want, you can. Just like can try leaning on my back. I don't know if it's the same thing.
I may be too big.
Oh, can I just try to pick him up?
Roll a strength check. Yeah.
My strength is terrible. Let's
He's
go.
pretty big
Heart of the
horny.
cards. Okay. With a -1. Oh, I got a natural 19, so 18.
Yep, you pick him up.
Well, I'm tall, but I'm not very meaty.
I like hold him. I'll try to carry him. I'll just be like, hey, this could be good, right? For the old horny card thing we got built up. I apologize for not setting that up for you. I thought it'd be a cool little role for us. I don't know if you know this. I used to be an actor. Was in a few shows out west. I don't know if you've seen them. Anyway, the horny god is a great character.
This is quite embarrassing.
Hey, have you got a third leg? Said.
A tail?
It's a tail. Oh,
I do have a tail.
But then what's the center? Oh, never mind. I'll just.
Hortus, I do have a question. You asked earlier about going to Dusk's.
Yes.
Did you want to do that now, or did you want to do that later?
How much time would that take up to see him?
I cannot say.
Oh.
Inside check on time? No. Doctor Strange?
Who knows? Who knows? It is a risk that you, at this moment, are faced with, and you have to be willing to take, I guess.
I don't know if I know what this thing is like. Are you okay?
All of
sure
us,
he's fine.
majority of us aren't looking the greatest. It may be a huge risk to go and see Dusk about maybe healing us, but I do not know how long that will take and if we will have enough time to help Gensalor.
I don't know. I'm not even sure where he is. Is he around here? Is he? If we're going that way, maybe we could dive off.
We never actually saw where he lived, right?
You did.
It was only-
It was in the furthest cottage to the north, as you leave the village.
Oh, so it's right next to the village.
Yes.
But it is out of our way.
In a roundabout way, it depends.
It is in a roundabout way.
I must say, if it can help, we're not. To be honest, we all nearly died back there, right? Did you see the giant demon? Was that just
did.
me? I was a bit delirious.
It was the same demon I saw down in the well while
Wait,
we were
what?
sleeping.
I'm
I saw that demon in my dreams
gonna be
when
like,
we rested.
I'm gonna put all this down. And I didn't know. I mean,
He was warning us. I'm sure I told you. He was warning us about trying to take the staff from the well. He said that there will be hell to pay, and we would regret it.
I see. This is before I started taking notes. But
I see.
by the way, that well, did anybody manage to get any water? Can we? Are we able to walk and talk
I
while
did.
doing this? Is that one?
In which direction do you walk? Back to
I
Duff's or
just-
back to...
Come on, man. That's up to Darian is our leader.
I don't. So it's Dusks is going the way down.
Dusk's is this way? The farm is that way.
So Dusks is the normal way, and the farm is
Yep.
the shortcut way.
It's cutting through the trees. Now, I will say that it probably takes about the same amount of time to get to either place. But, of course, once you get to Dusk's, say it's probably a 15-minute walk from here. But then once you get there to Dusk's, then you've also got like another 10 minutes to get from Dusk's to the farm. So it might be an extra 5 to 10 minutes.
I mean,
Not too long.
Not playing devil's advocate, but if there's already black smoke, I'd say the fire's nearly about done. I think we should gear up and see what we can do to repair this town, at least. Perhaps visiting this old man is the way to go?
There may be something he has that can help us if there are more enemies around.
Okay, I'll start walking down the path towards us. Running. Yeah, sorry. Jogging. Light jog.
Yes,
Make your
indeed.
cunning.
Yeah. I just as I look, I turn back to the party, and then I put my hands down to my side and make perfect like lined arrows, and then I just start putting my head forward and just start just ninja running
Roll
down the
slip.
road.
Slipstreaming behind you. You're not carrying me anymore, are you?
No, I put you down.
It's fine.
I
It's
was
fine.
like, to be honest, you were quite heavy. I'm quite weak. Well, in this form anyway.
Brilliant. So you guys are heading back to Dusk's.
So yeah, we're heading back.
It
Awesome.
seems that way.
While you do that, we will jump across to Jen briefly. This music just doesn't do it for me. Jen, back to you. Sort of standing at this farm. You notice as Galamai goes back to talk to these orc, they start turning around and talking to their men. People start moving. People start going to different places, doing different things. They're no longer all kind of just standing around looking at you anymore. You see Galamaya start to walk back towards you. And he just stops halfway. You know, it's that whole meet at the center of the battlefield kind of approach. He just stands there and waits for you. What do you do?
I'll approach him. Just signing the halflings just to stay here for a bit. And I'll just still keep some distance, about 2 meters from him. Social distancing.
You see that he says, "So, I've had word with the orcs. They're happy to team up with you. So, some of them are hiding. We're going to get ready for your party, and we're going to do a little ambush. How does that sound?"
Very. I know you could be a man to trust.
Well, I just suggest you get ready because you're the one that is going to be giving the signal. Once you fire your first attack, then we will know that it's time for us to engage.
I'll relay this information to the halflings.
Very well.
No, I'm just gonna make my way back to the halflings. As I do, when I get there, I'm gonna turn to all of them and I'm gonna just say to them, "You guys need to find a hiding spot where you can ambush them." I'm not gonna say this all loudly. I'm gonna try and whisper it to them.
You see the one that's sort of seems to be the main guard looks at you and says, "Hiding, we can do. We should be very careful, though. I feel like if things are supposed to go south, they will here. I can't help but have overheard your plan with Gallamaya. And he refers to the first instance when he was standing right behind you, and you said that you were going to, turn on the party. He says, "This is a fantastic idea. We will wait for your party. I think if we can rally together, then when the time comes, the attack will be more devastating. Isana and I will go around to the back of the homestead and see if we can find a quiet place there. And once we hear the signal, then we will strike from the rear."
I'm
Does
gonna
that
stop
sound...
right there? I have an idea. Rather than you guys hiding, why don't you just go and meet my party? Tell them the plan, tell them what's happening. I'll deal with things here.
Yes, because Mela has already gone off and she is not aware of the plan. I will stay. Isana, you see this halfling woman looks at him. She sort of stands up. Stirk, and this younger looking halfling. He seems quite young. He sort of walks up, kind of too small for his battle gear, and he says, "Both of you head back to the village and await the party. Let them know of the plan that is to take place. I will remain here with... I never got your name."
Vincelor.
Prim. I will remain here with Gentilor. And you see they nod and they briefly sort of pull themselves together before taking off into the distance. And Prim waits. I think it's better that we don't all take off. They might get the wrong idea.
Good idea. Come with me. And I'm gonna walk back to Gallamaya.
Everything all right?
Yes. Well, you see, my party quite fond of those halflings, so I've sent them off to go retrieve the party, tell them to come here. All places on fire. Very, very sad. It would be a good idea for your men to hide quite well for when they arrive. They won't see it coming.
Very well. I'll make sure that they do. Seems like they're going to be coming in from the village.
It does. Also, I will have to give you word. There is a very old man. And if they manage to bring him here, I'm afraid that all hope is lost. I want you to be aware of that.
What do you mean, an old man? What's that going to do?
A word of advice to you, friend. Just don't throw a dagger at him.
Oh, you're not joking? Well, I think with these orc behind me, nothing's going to stop us today. We'll get through what we need to do.
And as he says that, Jensel is going to lift up his shirt, and what Galmaya is going to see is the scar that has been left behind of like a giant hole that has been put there. He's done this thing.
What's that from? Oh, he done this to me. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Ah, so, he looks at you and says, "Gee, well, let's hope that they don't go there then and bring this crazy old man."
Let's hope so.
Like I said, you haven't fought with these orc. They probably some of the strongest that I've had the chance of fighting with.
And they'll be the fighters strongest that I have fought with as well.
Listen, this old man of yours, what makes him so special?
As he says this, I'm going to lean over to him. I'm going to gesture to my tome.
I love it.
And as I do, I'm going to look back at him and I'm going to say, every spellcaster's strength is a weakness. He holds a staff that holds a very much majority of his power.
Staff, you say?
Indeed. It's quite old. If you're able to give it.
Staff of power. Something like that might be quite valuable.
The gentleman will know of the staff of power.
Oh, I mean, sorry. When he says staff of power, he's
Ah.
kind of. You get the sense that he's just saying a staff of great power. Like,
My bad.
he says, on second thoughts, I hope they do bring this old codger. Might be nice for us to meet him.
I'm sure it will be.
Well,
Please make sure those orcs get him quick.
since these halflings that live here ain't gonna be paying much anymore, are they?
And as Jensnor hears this, he's going to clench his fist for but a brief moment, kind of breaking his character for a second.
I'm making a roll just to see if Galmaya notices. He does not. Brilliant. He says, well, better let these ones know to get into position. Can't imagine it'd be much longer. How long do you reckon your party is? How far away?
Well, my intel's right. They would have been in the meadow about no longer than an hour ago. So, you should be here any moment.
Really?
You don't mind if I go into the house, do you? I hear the wine made here is quite exquisite. I'd like to try for myself.
You can get in there. Pretty sure most of it's dilapidated.
Oh, I'll try my luck.
Cool. And then he walks off back to the party.
And Jenslaw's gonna walk into the house.
I'm gonna say roll me a roll an acrobatics check to try and squeeze through.
15.
On a 15, you can get through. You notice sort of the front door, like there's a massive beam. A lot of the house is actually collapsed in. But you notice a small sort of gap. The wood is still on fire. So as you squeeze your way through, you feel this heat starting to kind of burn you. And you successfully make it into the house.
I'm going to gesture to the halfling to come into the house, but I want him to stay as close as he can to the house, but not come inside it.
Okay, he's gonna walk over. He kind of waits at the edge of the deck here.
And as I go through, I'm going to look at my metal arm. I'm going to hold it with my other arm, and I'm going to cast guidance on myself. As I go through.
Cool.
Let's go. Gentle is.
Gentle be guided.
And as I'm walking through here, I'm going to botch this name so much. Prestidigitation. There's way too many T's in that spell. As I go through here, I'm going to try and extinguish as much flame as I can. Small flames.
Alright, brilliant.
From where I'm standing, can I see anyone? Or
You cannot. As you start sort of extinguishing some of the flame around in the room, you notice like the whole kitchen is kind of just collapsed in. You can't see anyone in this room.
Gensel's just gonna look back out the window just to make sure the coast is clear. Is there anybody nearby who seems to be keeping an eye on him?
You notice a bandit here who's kind of paid interest at the fact that this halfling's kind of approached the end of the deck.
So, call out to the halfling. I'll be back in a moment. Just watch your back. As I say this, I'm going to try and, as fast as I can, just sprint throughout the house. Just trying to find anything. Do I see a wine bottle? Any wine bottle?
You do see a stack of wine bottles. There's a crate that kind of sits underneath these grapes. A lot of dust and ash sort of covers the room.
Right. Pick up one wine bottle. Is it full?
It is.
I'm gonna unscrew it and I'm going to tip it onto the floor until it's empty.
You pour the wine. It spills all over the floor and starts coating into this rug. The bottle is empty.
I'm gonna carry. Cork. I'm gonna start carrying this bottle around with me as I go through here. Then I'm gonna try and make my way through here. I hope this is the door. I'm not just gonna run into a wall here.
Ooh. Make a dexterity check. No.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's a door. That's fine. You're alright. You make it into here. This room here seems a little bit more preserved. It doesn't seem like the room, although the roof you can see has been burnt away, but the room itself hasn't really taken off. You notice no one in this room.
I'm going to go into Dewey's room. I'm just gonna open the door.
Ooh.
Do I see anything?
A second.
Swear to God, if you say there's a dead child in there.
Oh, let's go.
I don't know if this track is the track, but let's see.
It's a happy trick.
He's dead. Yes, no.
You enter this room and you notice a large kind of dilapidated mess in the far end of the room, the corner. And I'm going to put you in. The music is not playing. Why is the music not playing? Can you guys hear the music?
I can't hear anything.
Oh, it's slow. It's kicking off. Oh, here we go. You notice under this rubble, Jen, an arm that is extended from out of the rubble.
Could be anyhow.
I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast and shatter the wine bottle in my hand.
What are you casting Eldritch Blast on?
The wine bottle.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha.
And with the handle and the sharp end, I'm going to go across my chest and I'm going to tear across and drop the wine piece. As I do, I will go into my tome and speak to Hermes.
Ooh. Into the tome. It's been a long time since we've gone physically into the tome.
It has.
But as we move across, you jump inside your book and
Okay.
you find yourself inside the spectral library. The fireplace at the end of this library is ignited. It appears to be roaring with flame, and above it, a ghoulish void of energy.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. And you may speak.
Gensler is going to look into the fireplace. As he does, he's going to write something, think special on it. Just wording research that he has done over the years on a piece of parchment. And he is going to toss it into the flame. As he does, he is going to step back and call for Hermes.
The fireplace ignites. It flickers brighter. And you hear... Chancellor.
Hermes.
Yes. It is I.
I will come here asking a few questions.
Ask away, Chancellor.
Now, we are aware of our relationship. Years that we have spent together, making knowledge.
Yes. Knowledge is the key to many things. Is the key to all things, one might even go as far to say.
And knowledge is power. The power of the
Power And power brings more knowledge. It's a vicious cycle, Chancellor. What is your question?
Will you please grant me your power for this fight?
You want power? What did you have in mind?
I only wanted for brief moments in combat. I need a strike that can kill my enemies. It can kill all in front of me. I do not fear the consequences. I will deal with them after. All I need now is power.
The power you seek, it does exist. But it comes at a hefty price.
Then I shall pay it.
Are you sure? Are you really sure that you want to pay the price?
If that price means the end of Jensen's story, then so be it.
Oh no, Jen. The price is far more, far greater. You remember your amulet that you brought here.
Mm.
This would be the price. Forfeit the amulet. Offer it to me, and the power you seek will be yours. But I'm afraid I cannot let you know what happens when the amulet is turned over. Will it be done?
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. I was like, the tension you can cut with a
God damn, man.
great with the Vorpal greatsword.
Jeepers.
So,
Ben, I'm going to need an answer.
Man, I'm so interested to see what this comes in.
You know what? Not gonna lie. I am very, very interested.
I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
I am not even on a seat, I'm floating. That's how interested I am. Listen to the music.
You're turning into a
Perfect.
floating
Jen,
eye just right
what
now.
is your answer, Jen?
Heart's just racing.
As Jin is looking into this fireplace, he's going to look at his middle arm. As he does, it's going to glow the symbol of Hermaeus, as it was a gift from him. And he's going to clench his fist. He's going to say, "It shall be done."
Knowledge becomes yours. And the key to the fabric of reality becomes mine. Bring me the amulet, Chancellor. You have but 5 minutes, and the power that you seek shall be yours. For a limited time only.
Gotta make sure to put that in.
This is where the contract comes out. This freaking 60-page contract. He's like, you can't use the powers against me. You can't use them to power anybody else. You can't use the power to get more wishes.
And just sign here.
Here. Are you sure you don't want a lawyer present? Nah, it's fun.
And Chancellor is going to leave the tome.
You jump out of the book.
And
we will cut across there.
Oh,
we will leave
man.
it there. Because this is a great little cliffhanger of a place to leave. And we will jump across to outside as the party reaches Dusk's cottage. Now let me just make sure I've got everyone who is here, and those who aren't are not selected. Oh, fantastic. Did I have a Dusk token out? It appears I did not.
I didn't realize you lived
what do you guys do?
in the village.
As you approach this, sort of the northern house, what do you do?
I'm gonna walk past, and then Darian's voice goes, I didn't realize Dusk lives so close to the village. When I saw him walk off, I assumed he kept walking. I didn't realize he walked into the horizon and then just made a left into his house. It's kind of anticlimactic from where I left off. Anyway.
He had gardening to continue.
So, I'll be like, Derevi, so you're right, when you called out to that little man saying, Old Man Dusk, he was literally one house away from him. You could have looked slightly to the right and you would have found him. It's kind of funny.
Quickly, we must.
You see,
Oh.
Derevi looks at you, playless.
Playless. Blank.
It just
Expressionless.
Is T-posing? Just
nods. He says,
this embassy is busy.
I'm going to try and do my best Dane impression. Yes.
I'm looking like, alright.
I'm going to steal your gold.
I can actually, you know what? I can actually do a bit of an Australian accent. So, he looks at you and says, g'day.
Hey, if it's Derevi, he'll go, give me back me bloody money.
Yeah, he's like, oh, are you talking to me?
Give me my money.
Well, do you remember the time when you stole all of my gold? Yeah.
Derevi, it wasn't your gold, it was all of it. Anyway, we should go here.
Our music.
Must see Dusk.
Hang on, let me just change this music again, because, wow, we're like getting into some epicness here, and it's not even epic. Right, you pull up to Dusk.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, this is also not the right song. Beavers. What's the right music for like passive, like not like there's an urgency going on, but also it's like still like free time. It's not combat.
I call it
Any song by the Venga Boys.
tension music.
Yeah,
Well, it's
tension music. Let's look up tension.
Or a Venga Boys.
Music.
Yeah, Venga Boys track would be good. Go down.
Epic tension and mysterious. I like this. Let's go. Let's see it. Let's roll it.
You want something fast, Tim? Ashy elbow.
All right. You pull up to Dusk. Oh, that clap was probably really loud.
Didn't even hear it. There you go.
Oh, good. Very good.
You got good.
You knocking on the door?
Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. Both of us. Bang, 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 bang.
You see the familiar face of Dusk, an old, aged man, who seems, every time you see him, to be getting less and less aged. He kind of opens the door and he's in a bit of a pant, drawing his breath back. Oh, hello there. What brings you around?
And it seems on the edge of.
And he's kind of holding the door like closed-ish, like he's kind of just popped his
Oh.
head out
Have you got company? You're busy? You got a lady friend? Dawn?
No, well, I did have company, but I've taken care of it.
Oh, okay. There's a
Not much
village
time
on the
to waste.
outside of town. Yeah, it's burning down. I think we need help. This could be urgent. I'm gonna look around. Is there a fire in the village?
There is nothing in the village yet.
They
Okay.
haven't reached.
They haven't
Okay.
reached the village.
Guys, I fear something bad, and it could only get worse for the rest of us. We desperately need your help. Most of us nearly got killed by that giant crab man. I thought you killed it, but still alive.
I'm sorry to hear that. No, I only sent it back to the plane from whence it came. Well, momentarily, anyway.
Oh,
I'm sorry. You need healing, did you say?
anything that you can do to help? We fear there's some bad juju.
We ran into these shade creatures
They had taken
while
over
we
the
were
Kree.
fighting the Kree.
I think we saved them. Did we save them? Yeah, we liberated them.
You guys hear like a coming from in Dusk's hut.
Also, you may be in danger.
Yeah.
I'm afraid you bring that message a little bit too late. I am in the process of being in danger, but
Can I just insight check this man?
yeah, roll insight. What are you trying to what are you trying to gain?
The sand.
I just want to check if he's because if I hear that
It sounds.
he's not. I just want to know he's legit, like he's real.
He's not an imposter.
Yeah, roll insight, my dude. Roll insight.
As soon as I just
Stop
feel
laughing like that, Pete.
No, it's just funny because I see where you're coming from and I see what's actually happening.
Don't worry, Porthos
15 plus
probably
7,
realizes.
22.
22. It's dusk. It's dusky boy.
Are you okay back there? Do you need some help? Did someone try to get in? Do we need to kill him?
Seems like maybe a demon.
Well, no, I'm absolutely fine, but so
Can
you
I-
needed healing or something, because that.
Yeah,
Urgently.
sure. Are you sure you're okay? Is this something we can help with? I'm pretty good with a hammer.
No, I shall tend to this a little later on. I had an intruder and I've had to lock them up momentarily. So, healing. I do know a few spells, so... This
Hey.
music is a lot epic, though. I feel like I'm going into war with the Master Chief from Halo.
Would you wouldn't happen to have any of that lovely water from the well too, by the way? That might
Oh.
be good to.
Yes.
I fear one of our companions went on without us, and I'm afraid he might be grievously murdered in bits and
I
pieces.
do not have... I do have something that can help you. Just wait here. And he slips back, and he like quickly closes the door, and then you just hear this muffled and this big quiet sort of smacking.
Oh man.
And he sort of goes back into his house, and you hear some clambering around. He comes back out, sort of opens the door, and he's sort of peering out, and he says, "There's 4 of you, aren't there? I do have a scroll that I can use." He looks you up and down, and he says, "I'm afraid it may not be as powerful as what you may need for this present moment, but
You
Anything
wouldn't
would help.
be able to help us actually fend them off. You seem like a powerful person, and if you live here, I feel like you might have some type of duty. I don't want to force you. I know you're old, but hey,
that may
No,
not be a good idea,
you
Darian.
look younger. Are you getting younger? Is that
Oh no, yes, the return of my staff has been very, well, useful for me.
curious?
See-
Quick, how old are you?
Oh, old. Age is just a construct, really, isn't it?
We asked him this the first time we met him.
Oh yes,
He
isn't
gave
that my
us the
notebook?
same answer.
I am
Oh.
beyond, yes. But listen, I do have something for you. And you see he opens the scroll, and he says, Priori incantatum. Protego mex. Fianto doli repello inimicum. No, he just starts speaking some wizardy gobbledygook. And I'm going, so, the four of you here may go ahead and heal up to maximum HP.
Thank you.
And I don't know if you guys still have aid, so +5 to whatever that. If you've lost your aid, because I still have aid for like 8 hours.
Cool.
There was what?
I had +5 to your max HP because I casted aid.
Ooh, okay. So is that's not temporary, right? It's just onto max.
That's just for 8 hours here. So
You see he uses it, and the scroll that he uses just kind of vanishes. It goes up in flame and just disappears. He sort of pulls out another one and starts reading off another one. Same thing happens. This time, you may go ahead, if you are a spellcaster at least, you may go ahead and recover 1 spell slot from each level.
like good call,
Thank you.
All right.
Will help.
If you're another spellcaster, well, that's a scroll for spellcasters. You
Okay.
see that he looks at it and says, well, I really would come and see what the problem is, and it is part of my duty now to protect this small village, but I cannot leave my home at the moment.
I feel you'd
Due
be
to
better off
unforeseen
here.
circumstances. You know, like those notes that you'd take into PE class and say that you'd forgot your PE gear due to unforeseen circumstances. You can't do PE today. That is
My
kind
dog.
of what
My dog ate my PE gear.
Can it just before we leave, this voice that we hear through the door, I can't see a foot.
You can't see a foot. You can't see anything. He's kind of only got the door partially open and he's just peering around it.
Does
Message want us to be like,
Orthus-
are you okay? What is this? You seem like you know.
The muffled noises sound familiar.
I'm gonna like whisper, well, not whisper, just message him and be like, can you point where you think he is?
Can I point to where I think he is? Mr. DM?
Roll a d20 for me real quick to see if you can.
Yo. I don't.
Just a flat d20. Yeah, no idea.
I have no idea.
Fair enough. We should
But
go.
before we go, Dusk,
Oh.
before we leave, I'm sure you're aware of the demon.
Yes, I have one of them here in my house, which is why I cannot come with you. You see, I've been trying to hide it, but, well, I see there's no point fooling you, and there's no point in trying. He says his name is Corrales. I do not believe him. It is rare for a demon of this low level to be given a name.
Has he opened the door at all?
He hasn't really.
No. You just see the eyes widen on Orthus as Dusk says this name.
Yes, I believe he has probably been sent by his master, Calhedrith, who, now that my staff returned to me, cannot approach the village in any way, shape, or form. I
I'm
presume he is sending who calls himself Corrales to try and retake the staff, but...
This Corrales,
Oh, yes.
he was once my familiar.
Oh, you...
I
You
gave
know
him
this.
the name.
Is that so? And
I found him
so
in
did
the
you
well.
send him here?
No. He thought his master died in the well.
Yeah, I thought
And
I
he
killed him.
made a pact with me,
Fact indeed.
but then he
Powerful
vanished.
magic.
He vanished. And while we were fighting the Kree, he came back mangled and bloodied. And he said that his master was coming for the staff. That he died.
Well, fortunately, Cal Hedrith cannot come anywhere near me. He knows it. I am one of not but a few of the only... Well, the only people that can keep him at bay. But I cannot stop his servants. If you say that this fiend was indeed your
He was,
servant, then...
until Kalidris killed him and brought him back under his control.
Perhaps once we figure out what's going on, we could come back and see if we can deprogram or reprogram him, right? This is...
I shall start watching the Terminator while you go. No, he says, yes, well, I cannot join you, but I can do one thing for you. I have power, and I can share some of it. Any of you spellcasters, any of you able to wield a ring?
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Well, both of us.
Either
Oh,
of
and-
us.
Also, Derevi, but I don't know.
He's a bit
Oh.
out of it at the moment.
He's...
You see, he reaches into his pocket, and he pulls out a ring. He says, "Now, this is a once-off. Put the ring on. It requires no attunement. Aim it towards one individual that you would like to use it on, and it will... Oh, not light-heartedly. This is a very dangerous ring. But you may use it once, and it will do you well."
I'm gonna look at Horthus and message him and be like, "Hey, I was being asked, you haven't been... Did you get a gift in the well?"
I did.
know.
I received, and I just, lifted up a bit. Just this amulet, which, has attuned? Question mark?
Yeah.
I
Like,
see
is
you
it
have an
good?
amulet of health.
You know what it
I
is?
do.
You must understand that you are facing it the wrong way. As soon as you touch the ruby to your skin, it will attune, my friend.
Nice. I'm gonna be like, Jeremy, this is your chance. I just freaking grab Jeremy's arm and just sort of yank him and be like, "Sorry, I take up much of your time. You seem to be a man of much knowledge. This man has been punching trees all day, but he can't seem to work this thing out. It's magical, I
He's gone.
assume."
What is
It's
it?
gone mad,
Oh.
rubbing dirt into
Oh, I
the...
see.
Yeah.
It's a
We're
ranger's
about to
press.
pee on
I
it,
see
but-
these are made by wood elves. Well, that's probably why it hasn't worked. You see, I can't attune this until the player has returned.
Damn it.
That is understandable.
So salty, like Dan comes and is like, "Your thing's attuned." It's like, I missed the whole arc. Jeepers.
I'll be like,
No, look.
"I tried, buddy." Like, for a down.
Was it actual? Is it actually attuned now? My amulet.
Yes. Go ahead. Attune.
Go! As soon as I was like, "Wait a minute, we at the wizard? We should ask this man about your necklace."
So who takes the ring, by the way?
I think
One
Darian.
thing to do to. No, we can roll for this because
Yeah, go on, make a
honestly,
roll.
Okay,
I
odds-
do
odds
not
are even.
trust myself.
oh, you don't. Okay,
We'll roll for funds.
all right.
Yeah, go on, play
Odds
rollies.
or evens, I'll let you choose.
I'll do odds.
Odds. It's a 1.
It is a 1.
A 1. D4s are so good. I just rolled a D4. So
Horthus, you get given a ring by Dusk. It is gold, and at the top of it is a little like it looks like a pearl, but except when you look inside it, it looks like a little sunset. It's really orangey and bright, yellows, and you see there's just nice. The closer you hold it up to your eye, it literally looks like a miniature sunset inside of it.
as he's handing it over, I look at Dust and be like, anyone? Anything?
Yes. Oh, yes, yes. I do recommend you use it with care. It could probably kill a person in a single use. But once you're done with it, you shall either bring me back what's left, or it will probably disintegrate. It depends on how well you use it.
What is it that it does?
Oh, death, my dear boy, death.
I know it well.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd better get back to this Corrales. He's trying to get out of his restraints.
Oh,
You hold back! And he's you shall not escape!
That's my boy.
You master creatures of the shadow.
That's my boy.
And Dust like slams the door.
as we're making our way, I'll walk around and be like, villagers of Willowhaven, you can hear me. The village is under attack. Everybody, take cover, defend your wares, or find a good place to hide. If you have anything to help us, that would be greatly appreciated. Just like
We must
side
leave.
skipping, just boop, 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 boop. I'll just, as I'm walking, I'll just see if anybody's like,
You notice because there's people still in the streets. Like, people have noticed like that there's smoke coming from the farm.
yeah,
And there is a little bit of a panic. There is a
the
little bit of a
smoke
panic.
is bad. Protect yourselves.
People are
if you
sort of
have
rushing back
any-
indoors.
Molotovs,
Bunker down.
potions.
You notice the tinker like nailing some boards to his windows, like saying, lock them back up again. We're going back down on lockdowns. We're in COVID.
Anything? No. We'll accept gold when we save the town, I guess.
Darian, we must leave.
We're going.
Cable's about to jump down the well.
Yeah, Cable's about to go into the well.
Wait, what?
Just a little side step.
He's like, oh,
I do have a little vial
Nice.
of well water.
you do.
Well.
Cable, you have the amulet on you. The amulet. You do. Okay, as you guys make your way back to the farm,
My backpack.
and your backpack, cool.
Keep it safe.
Keep it safe. Get away from
I didn't. I didn't catch Cable giving it back. Dean giving it back. He was like a private.
I remember him giving it back because the
remember.
last time he took it into Hermaeus, he got a growling.
Yeah. But I think he pulled Cable aside when he gave it back. And then I was like, "Oh, Ratchet, I'm the one who gave it to Jim." I was like, "Safekeeping."
Oh man.
We
boy.
didn't even, and we didn't see any
Oh, the
hobbits,
halflings.
yeah, halflings try to.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
my bad. Let's get back to that because I forgot all about the halflings.
They were just waiting behind the house.
Oh, look, they literally took so long to run back.
Because they're little
With
leagues.
their little legs. Come on, little leagues.
You see sort of Mela and another younger halfling sort of approach. She's been waiting. She's like, "Ah, ah, you guys are here. Quickly, we need your help. It's
What's going on?
it's all popping off out at the farm, innit?
I'm popping off. Is it a party?
Well,
Who's got the
there's a bunch of bandits and orcs and goblins and everything's on fire.
Bandits, orcs, goblins, what do they look like? Do they...
Well, they
anything
look like
familiar?
orcs and goblins. I mean, big and green and ugly
None of-
looking and
That's
teeth.
enough for me.
What about our friend?
He stayed back. I think he's gonna get into trouble. Him and Prin. Prin's our leader. We need to get back and help them to fight.
Prin. The warrior formerly known as Prin. I just pull out a notebook in game, just start.
Oh, Prin's the man. Prin can solo this battle for sure.
Just cannon.
Prin can
out,
1v12. Easy.
Taking cues from Jinsalor.
He's got like 4,000 health.
BBG. Halfling goblin. That's right. Okay. Anything you need to tell us? Anything we need to know?
Yeah. I don't know about the halfling. The halfling. They are halflings. I don't know about the cobblesmiths. The house is all in flames. I don't know if anyone survived.
And what about the wine? What happened to the wine?
Well, likely burnt.
Oh, then it is already lost.
You see this young halfling man who hasn't really spoken much, but he's kind of says, "So what are we waiting for? Are we gonna go back in there? I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to die for this village.
Well, if you're
Call
ready
me
to
Samwise Gamgee."
as I'm walking with him, like, well, good strategy is always the way to go about this. If you're ready to die, you're no use to anyone. Just running on a field and getting stabbed doesn't get you no honor. All you get is an early death.
Not long after, another halfling sort of pops up, the one that was coming back with the message. Duke must have run way ahead. You notice this halfling pop up, and she's like, so the plan is that Prin wants us to ambush the orc party. They're hiding everywhere, waiting for us. Your friend has made a plan with them that he is going to betray you, and they're going to ambush you. But I think it's smart if we go in with a counter ambush, if that's what you even call it.
I'll look at him and I'll be like, okay. And if we're getting ambushed, I guess splitting up and keeping as far away from each other might be the best thing for us. Derevi, you seem to know these woods well. Perhaps you could blend in and shoot things. I apologize.
Yes.
Orchard.
I will go in with my torch of dissipation.
Derevi is Kylo Ren.
I feel it again.
I can make somebody invisible.
Yes. Make me invisible.
Yeah,
Do it now.
That's definitely what Derevi would say. I love it.
Exactly.
Yeah, make me invisible. This is good. Good plan.
Horns, me. Now. Invisible.
Am I actually?
No, I think he goes. Okay, strategy plan. Maybe if
Strategy.
maybe just
Strategy.
A tragic tragedy.
He goes,
Apparently
perhaps.
our voices are low on the stream.
Are they? That's rough. How long has it
Possibly.
been?
Oh no, yours
all
is
of
good.
us?
I think
Mine
it's
is good.
just the players. I think
All of us.
No.
from my
From your report.
report.
Okay, I can
From my
tune-
source.
from your sources. All right. I can tune it up from here.
I think I might be good.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully that works. According to
Alright.
the mixer, we're all at the same. Oh, you guys are. Yeah, so you guys are a bit louder, but it might be. We'll be alright.
Oh, yep.
Are we heading back?
Apparently it's all sorted.
I'll be like, okay.
I'll cast.
As we're walking away, okay. Do you guys hide away? Kable, I don't know what you want to do, but I can walk in. I can be like, Chancellor, it's good to see you alive. I can't believe you made it out here. Put it here, old pal. And if he's gonna betray us, perhaps I can convince him to stab me. I make a big plume of smoke that me and him can see out of. Everybody goes, what's going on? Perhaps everybody stupidly walks out of the woods like, you said they were orcs, right? They're pretty stupid. Anyway, I just start rambling. But anyway, I just say maybe I can, because I feel like I can go in there and create enough of a blur to like.
I can make
like...
2 of us invisible.
Me, Horns. Derevi steps forward.
with my spellcasting focus, it doesn't use materials, right? Unless it's got a monetary
Yes,
value.
that's correct.
Unless it's got a monetary value.
Boom, cool.
Shoot, I'm not sure about Kable just because he's a melee fighter. I don't want to. Perhaps sneaking around might be the best for. Actually, who's Derevi? You're quite good at sneaking. Can you like turn invisible in one sight? One time, you walked past the bush and I swear you vanished. Is that something you can do? I don't think you need invisibility. You are invisible.
I am.
Do you just want the invisibility spell because it's cool?
Yes.
Dane, where have you been?
I also want it so I can steal my gold back.
Okay.
He would too.
Yeah,
He would too.
Kable, I think you guys might be the best to be invisible. Might help you get around much more easier. I trust Derevi's ability to blend into the woods to make it work.
He doesn't need to be close by
Yes.
to help.
Shoot.
He is
a shooting boy.
ranged.
You
said he can shoot over
shoot.
600 meters.
Yeah, I saw him shoot something from the house, like 2 blocks away.
We're going to keep talking about shooting things, or are we going to get into bed? I think we better hurry.
Alright.
I don't know how long your friend is going to last against that entire raiding party. I don't think he can keep up the facade for much longer.
I'll make Kable and I invisible.
Well, you go ahead and do that. We'll jump back. I will place your guys' tokens in.
Invisible.
So that would be, I can only do 2 people at the moment. Yeah.
Nice. That's cool. That's so cool. That's wicked.
This is the first time I've actually used invisibility.
That is cool. I have never seen you use that.
This token is
Well,
always
let's just go ahead and stop
hilarious.
being so massive. Alright, okay, dude.
Tries to be naked.
He is the horny god.
Just mourn down.
I like, Kable, you don't put the clothes back on.
You know what? That is the wrong Derevi token, but I don't care. Carry on, guys. You see the halflings walking and saying, "Alright, this way."
Alright.
And they sort of lead you in through this gate. There is a lot of people in there. Oh, yep. No, you're just gonna go. Yep, go on then. Yep, we'll follow you. Yep, carry on.
I just like, don't get too close. You might get lost. Walk around.
The invisible ones will.
As I'm walking,
Derevi's gonna jump up on this wooden fence here, and he's just gonna get his bow ready.
Walking, with a passive perception of 22, and then I'll also
Jesus
do a
Christ.
I just like to see who I can tag as I'm walking through, having known that people are hiding to ambush us.
You can see a whole bunch of people sort of in the main area. You notice an orc man off to the right as well, just in front of this tree. You notice a halfling man standing here underneath this house. And at this point, we'll just jump across to Jen for a little bit. who is currently in the house. Jen, you have been faced with a decision to make about providing an amulet to Hermes. You see this massive pile of rubble with an arm sticking out of it. Is there anything that you'd like to do in this room?
How much flames are there in here?
Basically none. It is kind of all just, the wood is still hot embers, but it's not in full blaze like the picture would suggest.
Denzel
But
is going to
essentially, this area here is. Hey,
Denzel is going to leave the house.
you're gonna leave the house. Oh, that's
I
insane.
don't want to check. Bloody Gensel.
That's nuts. Yep, cool. You exit the house. Don't even make a roll. You made your
Man's
roll
got
earlier.
like a
You can slip back up.
20 acrobatics for jumping to conclusions.
You hear. Okay, at this point, can everyone please roll initiative as you hear Galamaya shout. Oh,
Oh, yo! That,
What happened?
that advantage.
is it a nat? Was it a natch?
No, it was a 19 plus 3, so that's a 22.
18.
I just realised I lost my encounter. Hang on, let me just pull it up.
Oh man, that was 11.
I'll come around to everyone in a sec. Sorry, I just gotta re-find this damn thing got away from me.
Man, if those halflings weren't dead before.
Oh,
they're
bro,
dead
I'm
now.
literally just rolling all of these automatically, so I don't have to roll them. But Hortus, what did you get?
11.
11. Kable?
18.
18.
Woohoo.
Fantastic. Jen? What did you get, Jen?
19.
19.
Yep.
Darian?
So what was that? 19 plus 3, 22?
22. I'll roll for Derevi. He got a... What did he get?
Am I adding anything
A
to my
whopping
inventory?
20. Jeepers.
Nice.
That regular instant kill?
What did you get? Sorry, Darian? I accidentally put 36
22.
for yours. 22.
Oh, yeah, 26.
36.
Oh,
And then these guys are all going to auto roll because I can't be. Meh. Okay, Darren, it is your turn.
wait.
As you approach the battlefield, you are the first to be able to react. Oh, sorry, Jen.
Sorry,
Aye,
I
what you saying?
didn't add my modifier to that. That was 21, and I still have guidance. I was wondering if you
Woo,
count
let's go.
as a ability score.
Count what? Sorry.
If you count initiative underneath the skills. and abilities.
Yeah. Why not?
So
Probably
yeah,
the first time someone's managed to have guidance up before they go into initiative. This is gangster.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Alright,
Like,
that's a
literally holding
D4.
his arms. Yeah. That was good. That was a good play. I like that shit.
Yeah,
D4.
24. Nice. Brilliant. You okay, Jen? It's your turn. You step out of this building. You notice Galamaya kind of gives you a dirty look, like you didn't make the call to initiate the fight. But as he's noticed people approaching, kind of had to jump in and make the signal for everyone. But it's your turn first.
As I see the party coming, I'm going to slowly start making my way down the steps, kind of raising my arms as kind of an embrace, and I'm going to point at Darian and yell out, "Traitor!" as I walk towards him.
Can I use my
are you not-
reaction to go?
Who the hell is this guy? So you're gonna walk towards him?
It's just slowly. And does Galmaya look at him?
Yes. Yes.
As I walk slowly towards him, I'm going to keep saying, "Did you feel anything when you left me bleeding in the streets? When you left your so-called friend bleeding Death.
You can respond,
Oh, I can?
Darren. Yep, 100%.
I'm like, well, what can I say? You were a bit too heavy to carry all the way. Plus, the gold, your share was much too tasty. I'm gonna message Jinslaw and be, hey Jinslaw, on your call when you're ready. I'm gonna cast darkness on both of us. Get ready. I'm on you. And I'm just gonna. I'm surprised you made it. I guess the blade wasn't deep enough, huh?
And as I'm going to reply to his message, and I'm going to use that's the wrong button. I'm going to use my bonus action to talk to him and tell him the locations of all the enemies that I've seen.
Cool.
And as I do, I'm going
Fancy.
to yell out to him, maybe we should get a deeper blade. And as I say that, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast, and I'm going to throw it at Galamaya.
Nice roll to hit. Roll to hit. Oh yeah.
This one's a 9.
That does not hit.
Oh, bruh.
20. Dirty 20, not that.
The dirty 20 will hit. Roll damage.
Oh, we're in surprise round. Let's go, baby. Wait, are they surprised? Get critted, baby.
Are they surprised? No.
Get advantage.
I mean,
Get advantage.
they don't
on
know
it.
where me and Kable are.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I was just making certain that it was only me that was walking in. I just wanted to.
I also use about 10 feet of movement. Damage
Yep.
is 9 force damage.
Cool.
And as I throw these 2 blasts, and as one misses and the other one connects, I'm going to use the rest of my 20 feet of movement to run back towards Darian and turning towards everyone else.
You send your Eldritch Blast towards Galamaya, and he's just taken aback, not even expecting it. Just kind of catches him right off guard. He looks at you in anger and says, "Traitor! Everybody,
Wobble, 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 wobble.
you orcs, take him. He's yours, and the rest of them." Brilliant. Was that all for your turn?
I'm also going to turn to Darian for a quick moment, and I'm going to ask him, where's Kable?
He's around, but he's quite invisible. Even I don't know where he is. He'll be right beside me. I'll do a little. Not just.
Yeah, I'll end my turn there.
Cool. Darren, it's your turn.
Have a look at these. As I stand and look, with everyone being noted out, do I know? Apart from I know Galamaya because I talked to him, but does
Yes.
anybody else look familiar?
No one looks familiar per se, although I would say Darian, having sort of run from a lot of these orcish hunting parties, you would recognize some of the markings on these orcs, which you've noticed they have multiple colors. They have a reddish kind of war paint, or it's like a tattoo, as well as grey. It's kind of embedded into each other, and like an ashy kind of color as well. So you remember these orcs as being a part of the one of the clans that were hunting you and Kable and also Jen. So while you don't recognise the orcs in particular, you recognise the markings that there's kind of orcs in, like, just some background stuff. Orcs of this world they sort of have these different tribal markings that they get presented, or as they come into age they get given, and each tribe is a different color basically. You know, the red and grey, the one that this one is a pretty lethal clan. You know, a more peaceful clan is one that wears like a bluish marking. None of these orcs have that.
Blue markings, good boys. All right. As I look, I'm like, so we're drawing my trophy hunters. Well, welcome to the hunt for the horny god. I just turned back into giant beefy boy, enraged Darian, and then I just try to look monstrous, trying to get as tall as they are, even though I will never be large. But
Man, I need a new name.
So you're turning back into
well, since we entered combat, I turned back into Berserker.
Yeah, cool.
And then I turn back into Berserker, and then I'm going to look at the orc right in front of us and be like, "You are my metal." And I will cast Hex on him, and then I will also, as I finish my sentence, be like, "To the darkness with you," and just my whole body just turns into a big, giant black cloud of darkness. So.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Meet me.
So, what is it? 15 feet, right?
Yeah.
Circle.
Oh, 20. Was it 20 feet? 20 feet.
15, 20. There we go. That's big.
Oh, you're just out of it. Sorry, Jen. I will look. See if
I don't know why it's that color. Hang on. Let me get rid of that because it's like just. It's bright. Make it black. Derevi runs in with his torch of dissipation. And,
that's what I was like. Oh god, I forgot to tell Derevi. Yeah.
Oh no, that's right. 5, 10, 15, 20. He will be in it.
Oh, nice.
Jeepers, that's big.
I will push.
Does it count your block as one of the 5?
Yeah, the 20 out in a circle sphere. I will. Can I lie it? So I'll move it.
So it counts your square as one, so it'd only be.
Oh no! So it'll be 20 feet out. So you're 5 feet
out. Jeepers. Yeah, that's nuts.
And so it'd just be annoying. I'm gonna move diagonally 5 feet just to push. Actually, no, I'll move forward just so that it engulfs the 2 as well as keeping Jen in there. But.
I hate this, you know.
Yeah, is there a way for me to control the circle?
Nah, no. I gotta redraw it every time. That's the dumb thing about it.
I can make a circle on mine.
No, that's fine. That's alright.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I wish there was a way. Is there a way to move it? No. Ignore that.
Yeah, like I could make one.
No, that's right. I got one there.
Color. Oh yeah, I'll delete this one then. Yeah.
Cool.
That'll probably be it. He's engulfed. And then I will take my damage now because I did not attack. As I just take psychic damage for not doing an attack.
Cool bananas.
But that is my turn.
Jeepers, this guy can't do much. This black friggin' cloud. This guy's gonna roll a perception check.
Does magical darkness that that matters in?
No, it doesn't matter. So they can. He's gonna walk in to a cloud.
4.
Just sort of runs in. This big orc kind of runs in and starts swinging.
Ooh, it took 4 psychic damage. I heard
He's
myself.
gonna kind of listen and try and hear for you as you're sort of standing in this darkness. He will make an attack with disadvantage. And yeah, natural one, beautiful. And you just hear this. Oh, you can actually see, right? Too, eh?
Yeah, I can.
So,
Me
you see this guy?
can
He's
see.
like swinging around with this massive great axe, and you see he kind of brings it up a little too high, and as he thinks he hears a noise, he goes to swing, and he kind of nicks himself in the shoulder as he brings his great axe just across way too quick.
And sorry, he gets disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Oh,
Or
cool.
perception. Yeah. For the
Good to know. Good to
for the
know.
hex.
This one's going to step forward, but he's more pessimistic when it comes to looking at this fog. He doesn't want to run into it. Derevi will make an attack. He's just going to stand back here, and I'm just going to play him real basic. He's going to use it. He's going to shoot. Rolled an 18. That's going to hit on that guy. That is a fast shot. Rolling damage.
You play Derevi, but you like Derevi uses all the spell slots straight away.
8 plus. He's doing 8 plus 6 damage on this guy. Alright, let's go. Kable, it's your turn. Basic Derevi. I'm not getting flash with all that, like, stepping and this and that.
I was just gonna move.
He can dash too.
You can dash.
Fainting position.
Just for the invisibility, is it just normal invisibility?
Yep. Yep.
So you
it's
can
just
still do actions, just not attack
Ah.
or cast spells, right?
a creature you touch. Spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. So you can
You can do actions like dodge or
You can-
use an iron object or dash or.
But once you hit someone,
Yes. you just can't attack or spells.
Yeah, once you do, you become uninvisible.
Use it wisely.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll dash.
Yep.
How much is dash?
Big double
Another 30.
Yeah.
No, yeah, so you can move up, but you move another 30.
Oh, another 30, so it's just been.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's outside the circle.
Oh,
Yeah, that's me.
right in the midst of it.
Still invisible.
Still invisible. Yes, you start
Right.
making your way towards it.
No.
Stealth? Or
Yeah, you don't need to. You're invisible. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Unless, oh yeah. Unless you want to try and hide the. Depends how thumpy you are. Are you like, don't, just pouncing around? Is this like thick grass?
It's fun,
Setting up
grass.
the
Yeah.
bed for like, yeah. It's actually there's a lot of flour in the air, so
Yeah, actually, you start moving through some of the ash, and it just kind of sticks to this form now. No, listen, guys. The thing is, with being invisible, you can never truly, really be invisible because it's light, right? And no matter how invisible you think you are, there's always a little pinprick of light that you need to keep uninvisible, so that the light can reflect and for you to be able to see. So someone really well trained at spotting two moving eyeballs. Well, not even eyeballs, just a pinprick of a pupil. They would be able to see you.
And B.
Oh, that's just a shout out to my favorite DM, Brennan Mulligan.
The Britney.
No, cool. Is that you, Kable?
Do I have to roll stealth with it?
No.
Close your eyes.
We're just having a little joke.
Wait, so if you close your eyes while invisible, can you see, or do you see through your eyelids?
Hey. Hey. What?
Hey. No, you'd see because they're invisible, right? So you'd still be seen, but your eyes would be.
Maybe
But
your
since
eyes your eyelids would cover up the parts that are catching light, so you'd go completely blind, right? I mean, you're
But
right.
they can't cover it because they're invisible.
They're not intangible, so they would still get affected by light, though. Your eyelids would block the light.
All right, get out the whiteboard. No.
We're shouting. We're shouting when you need them. Actually, Brennan, you have the answer to this. If you're watching the stream, Brennan, which I know you are,
I know you are.
write us a message.
Thanks, man.
No, cool. Did you want to roll stuff like as a thing, or did you actually want to, or because you're invisible? Yeah, alright, cool.
Don't make it any harder for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, because you roll a net 1 and you become uninvisible. You know that, right?
Yeah, you run and you start screaming as you become uninvisible.
These guys will now move. They kind of just run. I'm just going to move them all together.
How they're moving, I just picture them silently, like up.
And there's not much I can do. This is Galmaya's turn. He's going to run towards where he thought you were before you ran into the mist, or in the mist.
So they'll be like 2 spaces behind me.
Yeah, and he's going to make an attack with disadvantage.
Oh, was he? Is he? Because I moved after I cast darkness. So.
Don't worry, he rolled a 2. Nothing's happening there. This guy's not even in the game, so let me just take him out. And these guys are going to use all of their movement to move forward. See these halflings just sort of running like...
Yeah.
5, 10,
We
15,
specifically
20,
told you
25,
to stay away.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh my goodness, we have the Derevi.
Into the thick of it.
Into the thick of it.
Indeed. Horthus, it's your turn now.
We go into the woods.
Oh shit.
I've got 1 extra guard than I need. So, you...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see what's going on here. Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. People gotta die. Set them on.
Oh, why am I naming everyone Print? Hang on, that's not Print.
If it matters, Derevi, you are currently trying to stealth through the woods.
Horthus, it's your turn. Yes,
I'm
you are.
currently attempting to stealth?
I think you're already stealthing, but
You're
you shot
stealth.
a couple of people. I don't know how well it went.
That's
You
okay.
did hit. You did like 16 damage.
Ooh.
Was it 16?
Not
Was
much.
it 16?
Got it.
No, it was like it might have been 14.
It's an
14, I
off
like. Oh, no, 14, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I apologize for being late.
No, that's okay. Thanks for still
It's
saying
just
that.
getting interesting, man.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll shut up now.